Authentic business planning for your coaching success. So this is going to be a series of videos that I'm already doing. You may have already seen some of them on my channel. Excuse me. And these videos are going to be segments on how you can make sure that your coaching business succeeds. So this video, we're going to talk about the authentic business planning, specifically the three parts: before you take any action, the pre-action stage, the mid-action stage when you are taking action, and then the post-action stage where you reflect and review all of that. So before we go into the what needs to be done in the business planning part, we need to understand and learn what's the foundation upon which we want to create the coaching business. Are we clear about the values that we want to put forth? You'll notice the places where you buy your clothes, or even any online shopping that you do with clothing, with, I don't know, some groceries. There are certain ways on how those businesses behave. Some are more friendly, some are more luxurious. Apple, for example, some offer great service, right? So different businesses actually over time become more like humans because they do offer certain values to their customers. You can see some values radiating from them. So what are the values your coaching business is going to radiate? Do you want it to be more of a friendly kind of a vibe? Do you want to make sure that, so like for example, one of the things that I do is, whenever wherever I show up, for example this video or even a one-to-one call, I make sure that I give my 100% in that moment. You have my undivided attention right here, right now. I don't have an ulterior motive. I don't have previous judgments. I'm here with you. That's one of the values that my coaching business, my coaching offers: undivided attention and 100% presence. And whoever comes in contact with me, they feel loved, they feel cared for. What are the values that you would want your business to put in this world? And that comes to the point of, what's your message that you want to, like, why are you doing this? Why you want to be a coach, or why do you want to have a successful coaching business? Is there a message you want to like broadcast to the world? What's that message? And have you been living that message yourself? Number one. Number two, have you been sharing that message? Because you have social media. Have you been sharing that message? Have you been telling your experiences around that message? So all of this, when we reflect on these, this will help you create an authentic business plan, not a business plan. So why authentic business plan? Why not only a business plan? Because there are so many business plans available. Hey, if you get this many clients, you charge them this much money, you can make $100,000. But that's not you. Maybe you don't want $100,000 this year, or maybe you want more than that. Maybe you want less than that for now. That figure the marketers, the consultants have given you, maybe that's not suitable for you at this stage. Maybe that may or may not be suitable for you in the coming future. So what's the plan suitable for you at this stage? What's the business plan authentic to you? What's the business plan that's sustainable for you? Something that you would want to do. What's the amount of time and energy you'd want to give? Right? How soon do you need to make money, and how long term are you willing to see this as a business? If you want this as a part-time thing, great. If you want this as a full-time thing, that's also great. It's simply that the way you plan for your business needs to change a little bit. And that can only come from you. So we're talking about the authentic business plan. So when you're making the actions, before action, you do the planning, you uh, align your values with what you're doing, why you're doing this. And when it's time to do stuff, create content, have conversations, outreach, ads, workshops, whatever it is for you. For me, right now, that's this video. What's the impact of that action in the moment? Okay, that's the mid action uh, planning, business planning. Are you enjoying what you're doing? If you don't enjoy, it's going to be a very big task to do anything in this world. So, are you actually enjoying all this part? If you're shooting a video, are you enjoying? Are you smiling through the video? If you're creating content, do you type like this, or do you have a gentle smile and you can maybe do this with more gentleness and lightness? Are you being very concerned with the efficiency? I want to see how many clients I can have. I want to see how many articles can I write, how many content pieces I can plan and write. Or are you practice gentle productivity? Are you practicing the gentle productivity in a way that you are effective, you are efficient, but you are also very gentle with yourself? Because the way you create this business is directly going to impact how your clients are, how your clients will experience this. And while you're doing all of this work, are you taking care of yourself? Are you taking care of your responsibilities in life other than this business? Are you taking care of your own mental well-being? Are you practicing self-love? And after you have done all of these parts, what's the post action strategy where you review and reflect? What we need in that part is honest reflection. Like, what worked for me? What didn't work for me? What's something that I need to change? And then consistent tracking. But that's how you reflect, right? If you don't have data, you don't know what to do. If you don't have data upon, like, oh, I made these many calls in the last 3 months, so I created this amount of money. If I want to create more money, either I need to do more calls or I need to change the way I do calls. If you don't have data, how do you know? So in consistent tracking, and tracking is, most coaches hate it. I know, I've done that too. But some tracking will really, really help you and your coaching business to be more consistent and sustainable. You can look at data and tell, oh, I need to do this to make this much money. Or you can look at, oh, during these years when I do this, or when this time happens, I usually have more clients or I usually have less clients, something like that. I have this on my sheet. For the last 3 years, I'm tracking my business numbers very correctly. I can look at the data and tell you when have I created more clients, when I have created less clients, what's been the patterns in me, in my business, in my clients. Data is very important. And that being said, are you letting go of attachments to results? What if nothing works out? Let me give you maybe a little bit of, depends on how you see it. Maybe it's freeing, maybe it's freedom to you, or maybe it's trauma. Not trauma, but maybe it's freedom to you, or maybe it's pessimism to you. What if nothing works out? Will you still do this? What if you don't get to make the money you want to make like 10 years from now, like $1 million or whatever? Would you still do what you are trying to do here? Or do you have particular attachments to the results that only if I make this money, I'll continue, otherwise, I'll drop everything? How joyfully committed are you to this process? Would you still be a coach if you don't make as much money as you'd want to make? This means if you started a project, let's say I want to do a workshop this month and only 3 people turned out, you wanted at least 10. What would you do in that case? Would you still serve those 3 people? Or are you too attached to the imaginary number you have created? Like, I need at least 10 people. So would you leave out the workshop? Would you drop it, cancel it? Or would you continue with three people serving one person at a time? What would you be doing if nothing works out according to your plan? Have you practiced enough surrender to let go of any attachments you have? And I believe that's one of the biggest part in the business, because business is going to trigger a lot of your inner stuff. Let me give you this disclaimer. Building a business triggers, especially a solopreneur business like this coaching business, it's going to create a lot of triggers. Not create, maybe you already have those triggers. If not, it's going to create some new triggers, and it's going to trigger a lot of inner stuff. So are you willing and ready to do the inner work about it? Are you ready to practice some more healing towards yourself? You may have some insecurities. What if people reject you? What if you fail? What if you know, people judge you? What if you only want to do this if it's perfect? What if you only do this if you know you're going to succeed? All these insecurities will come up. Are you willing and ready and committed and open to work on those, to do this deep inner work? I hope this video was useful. And in case you haven't watched it yet, I have a 1 hour masterclass on how to create clients with authenticity and love and service. 1 hour of masterclass, totally free to watch, and you can watch it. There's a link in the description. Get it. If there's anything else you want me to make a video on, please let me know in the comments. And thank you so much. I'm glad you were here, and I hope this video was useful for you. I'll see you around.